welcome to today's weekly analysis. Like I said, trading is 80% psychological and then 20% fundamentals and technicals. So what does that mean? That means that if you have your um, fundamentals and technicals in check, then you don't rely just fully on the fundamentals and technicals. You also should put and place more emphasis on your psychology throughout the trading period. If you can understand this and get it right, then this will be a profitable week for you. Let's look at some few fundamentals, and this is what's happening in the Forex forum. As you can see, these are what some people are saying. When you read through, you can see what some people perceive in the market. But I'm more interested in those news and the latest stories in the Forex market. That's where I get my fundamentals from. So I'm going to look at Forex Factory, and when I'm done, we're going to come to investing.com, and we're going to look at a few of the Forex and forecasts. Okay. So the first one here says UK to sanction China over democracy and security fees, and then it says USD Canada trades water near 1.300 amid high crude oil prices. So that means crude oil price is going up. Okay, and that has an impact on this. Then it's a Evergrade withdraws US Chapter 15 bankruptcy protection application. Then it says improving how we measure inflationary heat in the labor market. I take it again, improving how we measure inflationary heat in the labor market. Then it says a trader's guide to Japanese policymakers' language on the yen. Then it says China continues to be a major contributor to the global economic growth, IMF. Then Iran's currency hits a record low. PBOC sets yuan midpoint at 7.0996 against the US dollars. Speculators catapult Aussie short bets to record amid China woes. Minutes of monetary policy meeting on January 22 and 23. So let's see what these are the two I think we should be more interested in concerning the yen. So we want to see what yen is going to be doing against the US dollars, and then we want to see the minutes of the last dollar meeting. Okay, so it says PBOC sets yuan midpoint at this against the US dollar compared to the last close of this. So what does that what's the detail on that particular post? Okay, I think that will be on X. The details will be on X, so just in case you have your X, you could check more on that. Okay, so I'm gonna go back. I thought maybe I could get more details on that. Then it says minutes of the monetary policy for January. Let's see if we can find the minutes here. Okay, so it says the bank had been conducting market operations, including purchases of Japanese government bonds, in accordance with the guideline for market operations and the guideline for conduct of yield curve control, both of which were decided at the previous meeting on December this and this. As for the bank conduct of naval market operations, it has reduced the amount of each scheduled GB purchases. For example, taking into account interest development in supply and demand conditions in the JGP markets. With these markets operations, long-term interest rates had been at the levels consistent. Let's get a full story. So here's the minutes. and we are more concerned about the impact of currencies that we trade. So when we go down, we'll see if we can be able to catch any distance. So let's see A, the market operations in the intermittent period. B, recent developments in the financial market. Then C, overseas economic and financial developments. D, economic and financial developments in China, in Japan, sorry. Then that was broken down into two, and then a summary. Okay, so what we're going to do is this. We're not going to read everything for the sake of time. You can also do your own research. We're going to look at the recent developments. It says in the money market, interest rates on both overnight and term instrument generally had been in negative territory. With regards to interest rates of overnight instruments, the uncollateralized call rates had been in the range of around minus this to this percent. General collateral repo rates had been in the range of minus this to minus this. As for the interest rates on term instrument yields on 3-month treasury discounts were generally unchanged. So this is basically talking about interest rates, okay, for the banks. So I think we are done with looking at the few fundamentals. There's no anyone who I find having any much impact on the currencies that we trade, and maybe that's why we have mostly low impact on the market today, and we have just medium impact for 3 p.m. the US dollars. So let's look at investing.com briefly before we go into our technical analysis. It says Asia Forex rises with yen. Can you see that now? So this is very important for us to take note of. Maybe that's why I was saying this. It says monetary policy minutes. Okay, so that will give a low impact on that. So it says Asian Forex rises with yen. So yen is rising according to what it's saying. Then it says the Chinese yuan falls below this. So the Chinese yuan is falling. Say dollar strengthens after big shift in the global rate outlook. You could see that on the DXY. For those of you who traded last week, you agree with that dollar indeed rose. So if you go to the 1 hour time frame, you will see that clearly, because this is just the 15 minutes. So from the 1 hour, you find that dollar took from this liquidity to this liquidity side. That's a massive increase in the dollar in a very long time. So that news forecast is already talking about a nomination now open for the UF Awards late time 2024. Dollar soars with US economy on solid ground. So dollar is on the solid ground. So I think dollar might still keep going bullish. We'll find out when we go to the technicals. China yuan slides for 4-month low. State Bank steps in. Morning BDN and yuan feel the pain. So let's be careful. There's difference between yen and yuan. So the yuan is the Chinese money, the yen is the Japanese money. So the yen is the one spoken about in the first one, which is it says yen yuan interventions. Okay, so he spoke about the borrow there. So then after that it says Asian FX sinks as dollar surges. Okay, so that means the Asian money is going down. Dollar gains on risk sentiments. Swiss franc falls on surprise rate cut. Euro USD to continue to decline as ECB poses to cut rates. So we're going to be selling Euro USD all through this week. And you know, Euro USD is sometimes corresponding with the GP USD, which is our major currency pair. So if Euro USD will be declining, what do you expect from GBP? Dollar steadies after sharp losses. Asian FX surges. Dollar sinks on Fed rate cuts. Japanese Finance Minister Suzuki says monitoring FX with high sense of urgency. Dollar weakens after Fed meeting. Yen strengthens. It's 20th. It's 20th. And all these ones are still 21st. So So this is the older news. So we are done with the most recent. So this is an old news. So ignore this one, because during technical analysis, we will now remember that we have just done 40% of our assignment on the currency that we trade. So we have another 40% to do, which is the technicals. Then the other 20%, which is the um, psychological, or rather psychology in trading. So now, if you look at these, you find that the US dollar has been on the ranging side in the 1 month, sorry, the 1 week time frame, and still on the bull side since this low has not taken out the previous low. If you go to the 24 hours time frame, you see that this is almost at this high, forming an equal high, and we're going to be concerned about the retracement before probably breaking that particular level. Then we look at the 4 hours, and it still poses a bullish move, even though there is a little bit of consolidation at this point. But the US dollar is on a bull move, so the 1 hour time frame exposes more of this consolidation. If you come to the 15 minutes time frame, which is our entry time frame, you see the consolidation more clearly. So we're going to just spot out the range of liquidity on that side, and we'll be looking at for the breakouts. Now there are those who understand that Mondays like this we don't easily spot buyers because the market is just opening. You should understand that. So this is what we're concerned about now, this range of liquidity. So we're going to be expecting the US dollar to either break on the upside, or it breaks this range of liquidity on the downside. Now if it breaks on the downside, we'll be expecting it to come grab liquidity at the next liquidity side, which is somewhere around here. Okay, so but if it doesn't break downward, which of course the news is saying that the US dollar might maintain this and make high against other currencies, then it might be ranging a little bit on this liquidity side before going upward. So what does that mean? That means that on this Monday market, if there is any breakout on this side, which might come to this side, I'll be looking at for counter trading on our major currency pair which we trade, which is the GBP USD. So what do I mean counter trade? So I'll be looking at for a short buy. I know there are some of us who will be anticipating to go in on a long buy from this point. Now just understand the psychology behind the market. It will be hard for you to find this kind of massive move on a Monday morning, except if you're going to find one that will come in, probably retrace back to the entry point before it goes up. So we have to just find this long move on a Monday morning. It doesn't come out like that because the market is just opening. That's the psychology behind this particular move. So where we're going to pay more close attention on is the short. So I'm going to be buying on a short for GBP/USD. So what do I do here? I want to just spot this range of liquidity. So I'm looking at for price, maybe as London is still on, maybe at the close of London, I'm looking out for the break either on the upside or on the low side of this range of liquidity. Then I'll find my confirmation to decide on when to enter. So for those of you who want to follow up on that update, please then you have to join our mentorship platforms, either the free mentorship platform or the VIP. On the free mentorship platform, I can give you the free signal on GBP/USD, but on the VIP signals, that's where I can give other currency pairs. So what will other currency pairs be doing? Like the odd USD, of course, short buy. When there's a confirmation, don't just enter in a short buy when there's no confirmation. USD Canada, this will be bearish, short bearish. Okay, if we find a long, we'll go. just confirmation first. Gold will be short by, USD JPY will be bearish, just short bearish. Then GBP JPY most times goes the same way with USD JPY. I'm going to be looking for, okay, right now it's consolidating here, so since in JPY currency is a little bit declining this period, I'll be expecting a short buy on this. Then Euro USD short buy. So take note of all these currency pairs. These are the currency pairs which we're going to be looking into. Like I said already, I'll be posting the other currency pairs on the VIP channel, while the other ones will be just GBP USD will be on the free channel. So let's see BTC and let's see what's looking like. BTC might be on a short buy as well. Okay, but it's a little bit ranging here. I think to be on a short sell. I saw this for last night and it got to this point, so this is a beautiful entry for anyone who caught this. That should be about 30 pips or thereabouts. This is a good entry. Okay, so I think it will be repeating that again on this side, because it has taken out this low. If you go down to the 3 minutes time frame, you see what I mean. You can see it taking out this low, taking out all these lows, taking out these lows. So this price after retracing might come to this liquidity side for BTC. So price may most likely come to this side. So if you want to get the full update, then join the VIP signal group so that we can be able to show you that clearly. Okay, fine, this is what you're going to confirm after you've gotten this full confirmation for this retracement on the liquidity. I think there's a liquidity here. That's where you should be expecting this to come like this. But if it doesn't, if it breaks the liquidity, then it should come grab another full liquidity here before doing that declination. So that's what I see on the BTC. Okay, so what are you waiting for? Subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can get more of our videos. Then aim for joining our VIP signal group. Right now we're running a promo for 50 USD. DM on our numbers on WhatsApp so that we can be able to tell you how you can get your this thing, because we have few slots for that. So secure a space for yourself for the VIP. But that will not be a forever membership. It's just going to be for 3 months. So we're looking out for those who can come on board before we close the slot for that particular.